Roman Reigns returns at Fastlane 2023. Bobby Lashley faces Rey Mysterio at Fastlane 2023. John Cena teases new tag team partner for WWE Fastlane. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa reunite. Logan Paul breaks silence on WWE-UFC merger. Brock Lesnar faces a Triple H rehire at Crown Jewel. Jimmy Uso still part of the Bloodline. Let's jump right into it. Bobby Lashley faces Rey Mysterio at Fastlane 2023. WWE is gearing up for their next premium live event, Fastlane, which is set to take place on October 7. So far, there are a couple of matches on the card, including Seth Rollins defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura, and John Cena will go up against Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. Meanwhile, it seems another rivalry is brewing on SmackDown between El Duo and Bobby Lashley's faction. Last week, Santos Escobar defeated the Street Profits despite the Almighty's interference. The former WWE champion then attacked Rey Mysterio while the referee was distracted, but Angelo Dawkins failed to take advantage of the opportunity, allowing their opponents to get the win. A furious Lashley met them backstage and cited his displeasure with their performance. In light of recent events, Bobby Lashley could challenge Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship, Fastlane. The last time he held gold was the same title in July last year, which he lost to Seth Rollins on an edition of Raw. The Master of 619 won the championship from Austin Theory this year, with whom Lashley also has a bone to pick, given their rivalry in 2022. Following the show, Bobby Lashley even addressed Rey Mysterio's comment, questioning why he was upset about the matter and targeting him. His unhappiness with Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford could cause him to ditch them and go on a singles run again. Initially, John Cena seemingly had a tag team alliance with AJ Styles against the Bloodline. However, he was attacked backstage last week, resulting in the Cenation leader being on the receiving end of a hellish beatdown. Later, it was reported that LA Knight was supposed to come to his aid and be a part of the feud, but unfortunately tested positive for COVID-19 before SmackDown. He was sent home immediately. Another fan favorite to stir the pot could be Randy Orton. The Viper has been out of in-ring action for a little more than a year and was recently spotted at the Performance Center. Additionally, Carlito was also signed to WWE in July, but has not made any televised appearances yet. The event could be an apt way for him to finally make a comeback. The last time he made his presence known in the ring was at Backlash in May this year. John Cena teases new tag team partner for WWE Fastlane. The WWE Universe may not see AJ Styles and John Cena pairing at Fastlane on October 7th, but the latter could find himself a new partner. As of this writing, he is left alone to fend off the Bloodline. The 2-on-1 handicap situation could lead to a surprise return or a fellow SmackDown star stepping in for the Phenomenal One. John Cena nevertheless addressed the situation recently on Twitter/X. He did so by reacting to a fan's post in which the latter dressed up as the GOAT's previous rendition, the Doctor of Thugonomics. At Fastlane, Cena will compete in his first televised match since his return on the September 1st edition of SmackDown. While hosting the last premium live event, he booked himself as the special guest referee for the contest between LA Knight and The Miz. It'd be interesting to see if Cena and Knight will have some interaction in the future after what transpired at Payback. While he may have had his detractors, one can safely say that John Cena is a huge box office name and a fantastic wrestler from an in-ring standpoint, especially in his later years. Speaking on Busted Open Radio earlier this year, the GOAT revealed that he is not confident enough like he used to be when wrestling regularly. He added that the WrestleMania 39 showdown between him and Austin Theory was the best he got. "I wish I was still there every day, it's just my body can't do it anymore and I don't want to give the consumer a bad product," Cena admitted. "What I have is what you saw at WrestleMania 39, that's what I feel confident that I can deliver. And that's really nice for here and there, but that's not every day in WWE. It remains to be seen if Cena will even continue regularly appearing on television after Fastlane, as the dates he had signed for are almost up. Needless to say, the viewers are excited for the GOAT's in-ring return." Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa reunite. On this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, a WBE star revealed he was trying to reunite with his former ally Johnny Gargano and bring their tag team DIY back on television after 674 days. The star in question is Tommaso Ciampa, who was a part of DIY with Gargano on the NXT brand. The two men also won the tag team championship on the developmental brand. The last time DIY reunited on television was on the November 23, 2021 edition of NXT War Game. Ever since Champa returned to the Red Show, he has feuded with The Miz, Bronson Reed, and now Gunther. However, the 38-year-old star has not turned his attention to his DIY partner, who has been on a hiatus due to unexplained reasons. Wrestling journalist Ryan Satin attended the 25th September 2023 edition of WWE Raw in the Stand. He took to Twitter to share that during a commercial break, a kid got the former NXT champion to come over and ask about DIY's status in the Stanford-based promotion. Tommaso Ciampa told the little fan that he was trying to bring bring Johnny Gargano back and work together as the impeccable tag team. The current NWA World Heavyweight Champion believes that Vince McMahon had a problem with the former NXT champion's size, as he does not portray a hulking presence like other wrestlers. While speaking on the Wrestling Outlaws episode, EC3 mentioned that there was a chance that Mr. McMahon had never seen Johnny Gargano perform before, but he simply formed an opinion about the latter's physique. There's no breaking the mentality the man has. He was probably like, too small. Like he's been saying that for 50 years about a lot of really talented people. So yeah, he probably thought he was too small. Only time will tell when the former NXT champion returns to the ring to reunite DIY with Champa on Monday Night Raw. Logan Paul breaks silence on WWE-UFC merger. YouTube megastar Logan Paul recently commented on the merger between WWE and UFC under TKO Group Holdings Incorporated. Paul's last match in World Wrestling Entertainment came against Ricochet at SummerSlam 2023, where the Maverick reigns supreme. He has since been training for his upcoming boxing match against Dylan Dennis, scheduled for October 14, 2023. In a recent interview on the M&A Hour with Ariel Helwani, Logan Paul was asked if there were any talks between him and the Stanford-based company about promoting his boxing match against Dennis. The Maverick mentioned that they did talk about it and believed that after the merger of the two giants, it would be massive if World Wrestling Entertainment would promote his boxing matches in the future against the right opponent. Yeah, especially now with the merger right. The WWE, UFC, and TKO merger, I just think it would be massive. That WWE is such an innovative, adaptable enterprise, and if they want to get on board to promote a boxing fight with me, depending on who the opponent is, it has to be the right opponent, could be huge. In the same interview, Logan Paul expressed his desire to win championship gold and said he did not just come to partake in the pro wrestling business. I'm on the roster, I have a contract, and it's also a goal of mine to get WWE championships. I didn't just come to partake, I came to take over, and you don't do that if you're hopping in and out of the sport. Many fans want to see Paul win a championship soon after witnessing his incredible performances against some of the biggest names in the business. It remains to be seen what the Stanford-based promotion has in store for the Maverick. Brock Lesnar faces a Triple H rehire at Crown Jewel. Brock Lesnar squared off against Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam this year, which marked the end of their trilogy, with Rhodes emerging victorious in the end. After the bout, a heartfelt gesture from the Beast incarnate seemingly hinted at his potential face turn. Recent reports that have emerged suggest that WWE wants Brock Lesnar to appear at this year's Crown Jewel show. However, there is still uncertainty regarding his participation in the event. Nevertheless, the company might be planning an unexpected clash between Bronson Reed and Lesnar if Lesnar decides to wrestle at Crown Jewel. This belief is backed up by Reed's recent push on Monday Night Raw. His push began after he defeated Chad Gable on the Red brand despite Gable's recent impressive performances against Gunther. A match against the Beast incarnate would establish Reed as one of the major stars in the company. After returning to WWE following his initial release, Reed has struggled to find his footing in the company. However, a feud between him and Lesnar is certain to capture the attention of fans due to Lesnar's immense popularity. The Beast incarnate and the American Nightmare wrestled 3 times in singles bouts during their rivalry this year. The feud between these two began after Lesnar attacked Rhodes in the main event of Raw after WrestleMania. Lesnar initially posed as Cody's tag team partner against Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa on the April 3, 2023 edition of the Red brand. Both Lesnar and Rhodes first clashed at Backlash 2023, where Rhodes managed to defeat the Beast incarnate in a hard-fought match. However, in the rematch, Brock conquered Cody in dominating fashion by making him pass out at Night of Champions 2023. The third match between these two took place at SummerSlam 2023. The American Nightmare concluded the rivalry with a victory. Following the match, Lesnar seemingly underwent a character shift, marked by a symbolic torch-passing moment with Cody Rhodes. Since SummerSlam, Lesnar has not appeared on WWE television. However, if recent reports are to be believed, WWE is interested in bringing back Brock Lesnar for Crown Jewel for a potential match. Moreover, in case Lesnar does not participate in this year's Crown Jewel, January 2024 may be the possible time for the multi-time world champion to make his return to the Stanford-based promotion. Jimmy Uso is still part of the Bloodline. Jimmy Uso is a very strange character on WWE TV. After turning on Roman Reigns in May 2023 at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, both he and his twin brother Jey Uso picked up a massive victory over the Tribal Chief in tag team action at Money in the Bank in London. However, the storyline took a 180-degree turn when Jimmy cost Jey the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match at SummerSlam. Since then, he has been trying to get back to the good graces of the Bloodline. Only Reigns is yet to appear and make a decision. Meanwhile, Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa are playing along to Jimmy's casual re-entry into the family after everything that transpired. Speaking on WWE's The Bump, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins discussed Jimmy Uso's current situation. According to the Street Profits, the latter is simply trying to find his way again after burning too many bridges. "You know, I think Jimmy Uso just trying to find his way," Montez said. "A person like him, when you burn that many bridges, it's very hard for you to travel. It's crazy. He was the first one out, then the first one back in. Come on, man. You gotta make up your mind, bro." He concluded by saying that Jimmy has to make up his mind soon before everything changes for good. Dawkins and Ford are now part of a stable on WWE SmackDown led by Bobby Lashley. When Bobby Lashley was asked about the Street Profits on The Bump, the foreigner claimed that he was looking for superstars with whom he could take over WWE by storm. The Almighty then gave the example of the Bloodline over the past few years. "Look what the Bloodline did. The Bloodline had Uso, they had Roman, had Solo. They had an amazing team that just ran the show forever. Now you look at a team that is potentially bigger and better. Put me against Roman. Put the Street Profits against the Usos in their prime. That would have been a nice little feud," Lashley said. Bobby Lashley still hasn't stepped up to face Roman Reigns yet. The Tribal Chief may have run out of opponents a few months ago, but now he has some more top names in the forefront, one of them being the Almighty. With 2 major shows ahead, will the creative book a one-on-one contest between these 2 names? Roman Reigns returns at Fastlane 2023. Roman Reigns is on a historic run, marking his territory in WWE. The champion is currently off television due to his part-time schedule. A lot has happened in his absence, which begs the question of his return and what to expect. John Cena and AJ Styles were initially set to take on Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa at Fastlane 2023. The Bloodline members attacked Styles backstage before the contract signing, leaving the Cenation leader without a tag partner. The Tribal Chief's return has reportedly been scheduled for the SmackDown following Fastlane 2023. He has not seen eye to eye with his fellow Bloodline members for a while now. Paul Heyman has been keeping the WWE champion up to date with the happenings surrounding Jimmy Uso and his brother. Additionally, Roman Reigns has a lot of history with Jimmy Uso since he was the first to super kick him at Night of Champions. Things escalated with Jimmy's interference at SummerSlam. All these incidents could result in the undisputed WWE Universal Champion turning face upon his return and assisting his former rival, John Cena, for a win. Reigns' heel run began when he won the Universal Championship nearly 3 years ago. This made him a more formidable competitor, smashing whoever came in his path. Jey Uso gained the spotlight over the past year for his ability to step forward and take control of varied situations in the Bloodline. He was also cited to be Roman Reigns' right-hand man. On the SmackDown following SummerSlam, Jey Uso announced he was done with the faction and WWE. The former tag team champion returned a couple of weeks later at Payback, where it was announced that he had been drafted to Raw. It has not been easy for him on the red brand, with many stars doubting his capability of turning over a new leaf, even the attacks and assaults at the Tribal Chief's command. Everything happened while Reigns was away, and he has not shared insights on the matter. Reigns has surpassed 1,122 plus days as Universal Champion. There are multiple reports on him holding the WWE title until next year.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing